Today we are here with Miss Abby Cox, the senior captain, Bobcat Belle, student extraordinaire in Hallsville. Abby, how was your day going today so far? Has this just made you all kind of nervous?
A little bit, but so far it's pretty well.
Yeah. So, and we talked a little bit before about being a Belle and that it meant family to you, but I also want to learn more about the times where you had to go through tryouts and the nerves involved with that. And going into this year as a senior, was it any easier? Was there more pressure trying out for captain? How were the nerves and all the tryouts over the years?
Well, this year I feel like was a little bit more nerve-wracking because my first year trying out for lieutenant, it was all online. So it was a little bit less stress because if you mess up in routine, you can just redo the video and then send it in. But like it was live tryouts. So
Right.
You had to do it one time perfectly for the judges. And that was very nerve-wracking. And then the interview in person, it was also very scary. But I mean, the judges were nice and everything was fine. But I mean, yeah, there was just a lot of pressure on me because coming in as a second-year officer, like, everyone was kind of like, oh, I hope you get this. I hope, like, it goes this way. And so it was a lot of pressure on me, but...
So how many seniors are there that was tried out for the captain?
Seniors, there was four seniors trying out, but I was the only returning officer. So,
That's why you're
Yeah.
captain one.
yes.
Well, how long, Abby, had you danced for? Have you danced since you've been able to walk? I know you said you're on TNT at Miss Tina Grider's.
Uh-huh.
Have you danced forever, or is dancing something that came later in life?
Yes, I've been dancing for 15 years, so since I was 2.
So since you
A
were
long
2.
time.
And you've probably tried out for a million different teams. What makes the Bobcat Belle tryouts so special?
The
Is it
tryout?
yeah, or just the team, everything? Is it just wanting to be excellent in everything you do on being a Belle?
Mm-hmm. Well, I've looked up to the Bells for so long, and I actually used to call the Bells the sparkly cheerleaders.
Yeah.
When I was little, I was like, oh, I'm going to be a sparkly cheerleader when I grow up. And so I've looked up to them for the longest time, so just being here is amazing.
What do you, go ahead, guy.
I know I watched the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader tryouts on there,
Oh, yeah.
and when they put the uniform on, what was it like the first time you got to put the uniform on to be a Bobcat Belle? How cool was that?
It was very cool. They actually changed uniforms the year that I got here, so I was kind of like, oh, the overlay is gone. But, I mean, it was so sparkly, and it was pretty, and
Right.
so, I mean, it was a good feeling to put on the uniform finally.
So what do you want to do next? I mean, where do we want to go to school? What's our plans?
Plans for after high school, I want to go to Kilgore for Rangerettes, so hopefully I'll get there. But after that, I'll probably end up at Texas State maybe to do pre-dental for DDS.
The DDS, and go
Yes.
ahead and ask Guy what DDS stands for right now.
Guy, what does that
We
stand
talked about
for?
that before.
It's a dentist of directors of society.
And grade-wise, we talked about making A's and B's or straight A's or whatever it is. My point with it is, though, Abby, is being a Belle and spending all those hours in the gym. I had a daughter that was a Belle, married to a Belle. I know the hours y'all put into it. How do you balance being a student and a Belle?
Well, I have flex period this year, so as a senior, so that's like a lot of my time working to get a lot of homework done, and then also like I have practices after school, especially being like a studio dancer. So I mean, it takes late nights just staying up and working on things usually till like sometimes 1 a.m. But I mean, it's worth it being on the Bells.
Well, that you answered. My next question was going to be, do you ever get tired and you say, hey, this is too much?
Too much? No, I've always lived for just filling my plate with everything I can because it just keeps me busy and it keeps me happier. So I've never really said there's just too much for me right now. But I mean, senior year, I did have to let go of a few things. I used to dance at Long Belly Theater, so letting go of that was really hard. But I mean, again, it's just I love being a Belle.
Part of the process.
Part of the
Of it.
process.
Abby, you know, the last part of joining us here, what does, and we asked it earlier being a Bobcat Belle, but what does, have you gone to Hallsville your whole life?
I have.
What does being a Bobcat mean to you?
Being a Bobcat means supporting the Bobcats no matter what, because I know some years we've had rough years, but being at the football games, it's so fun. The band is amazing, and the team is amazing in general, and so, I mean, being a Bobcat is living for the Bobcats and supporting them in all that they do.
I do have one more question for you, Abby. So, since you've been a Belle, you got your first win that you got to see the other night. Being a Belle, did it mean more to you a win after winning the football game? Did the Bells get more excited too in White House?
Yes, I actually wasn't at White House because I got quarantined.
But the Bells.
The win at home was really good because I was actually on FaceTime with the Bells whenever they did win. So I was like kind of there in a way.
Right.
But yeah, the win at home, we were very like hyped up, and I had a sore throat the next day because I was yelling a lot. But yes, it was very exciting.
We'll see y'all next time, guys.